Hello there, friends, and welcome back to more Bravely Default. Last time, we shattered the Wind Crystal, and Aerie revealed her true colors. We followed her here to the Dark Aurora above the Great Chasm, where we are going to finish her off once and for all. But before we do that, we are going to show off our preparations. Agnes is going to be utilizing a lot of utility spells because, surprise, surprise, she's running Red Mage and Time Mage. She's going to be playing our buffer and support unit, being able to Asuna any debuffs that Aerie throws at us, and giving us as many buffs to our team as possible. Tiz is going to be playing our tank and primary Aerie debuffer, lowering her stats as much as possible while taking as many of her hits as possible. Ringabel is going to be our jack of all trades. He can heal, he can debuff, he can buff. Spiritism is going to be a must-have for this encounter, as most of what Aerie can do can be countered by something within this job kit. So, I'm bringing it along. Medication will not be needed here. Edea is running her tried and true ninjutsu and sword magic. As we saw with Aerie, she is a bug and is weak to fire, so we don't even need to worry about giving her a weakness. In terms of gear, Agnes is running a staff so she can play healer if need be, with the Hermes shoes guaranteeing her going first. The gold hairpin will make her MP a lot less costly, which will allow her to use the more powerful time magic abilities like Re-Raise in order to without much issue. Tiz is running the Mutsu Kami and as many physical attack and defense increasing gear as he can. That way he can dish out the damage and still take it too. Ringabel is running the Rod just in case we need to utilize any magic attack buffing abilities. Ideally we won't need to, while still using the Dark Shield to increase his defenses as much as possible. Everything else here is increasing his speed and defenses as much as possible, with the Lami's Tiara removing nullifying charm. Edea is running the Ribbon, which will nullify all status ailments, and 2 Mutsu Kamis to increase her attack power as much as possible. A Brave Suit, which will increase her BP by 1 at the start of battle, which will allow her to kickstart the encounter, with Hyper Bracers raising her strength to its maximum. This is a very powerful team. There are a few things I would note that you should do if you're going into this encounter. There are 3 main elements that Aerie will utilize: Paralysis, Charm, and Poison. And occasionally... Sorry, not Paralysis. There are 3 main things that Aerie can do: Stop, Poison, and Charm. Mitigate as many of those as you can using gears or support abilities, or just be ready to cleanse them. So, that's it. No need to worry about Narinde Village, we're just gonna rush through the Dark Aurora here, and face off with Aerie once and for all. Make sure you're prepared, and once you are, step through this portal.
Is this truly you that stands before me? Can you not change back to the fairy we knew?
Yes, how can you not see it now?
Show her no opening. She'll wield it against you.
But, Aerie, did you truly intend for this to happen all along? Tell me it's not so. What of our fateful meeting? Our travels together? Do such things mean nothing to you? If we could go back, if you could turn back into...
What now?
Aerie? That was Aerie's voice!
Yes.
Don't tell me.
Help me. It's taking control. Can't fight.
Aerie!
Is that what you want to hear?
No!
Humans, bad, when dull, foolish creatures creatures, lowly life forms incapable of learning. And a crystal Besto is the worst of the lot. How easy it was to deceive you in the form of a cute little fairy. You repeat the same mistake world after world. Then, too, you trusted me to the very end, denying the truth before your eyes.
No!
At least you're not squealing like stuck pigs this time. Though that's hardly progress.
Eri, in countless worlds you've deceived us, slain countless innocents. And it is true, I've been a fool the whole while. I still wish for us to be friends, somehow. But I am done playing the fool! We will break this chain! This cycle of misery across thousands upon thousands of worlds!
And thus, our final battle begins against Eri. Let's begin. Eri, once again, is fairly powerful with her physical attacks and her ailments, so be careful. Oh, here we go. We're gonna start by hastening ourselves up and getting ourselves in a good position where we can deal with anything that she throws at herself at us. So, we're going to be lowering her physical attack right now. Actually, let's go ahead and lower her speed. And then ring a bell, we're going to go ahead and... We're going to go ahead and nullify every single status ailment that'll come our way. It puts him into the negative, which I'm going to try and avoid as much as possible this fight, but it'll be worth it, trust me. And Idia, we're going to go ahead and default. We're going to slow things down. Alright, Eri. Her main abilities are she has a very powerful physical attack with Slaughter, as we can see here, as I put down Tiz instantly. Alright, we need to fix that right now. We're going to raise him, and use Idia to heal him up. We're just going to throw an elixir at him. This is the final battle. We're going to use as many items as we can to make sure that we're getting through. Unfortunately, Tiz is now subjective to her ailments, but that's okay. We're going to go ahead and use Agnes to speed ourselves up once more. And then, actually, we're going to go ahead and, instead of doing that, let's go ahead and put re-raise on everyone. And then Idia, we're going to go ahead and set up our Firaga magic. Eri likes utilizing her poison elements in order to utilize stronger abilities. Similar to Victoria, she will put ailments on you and then do attacks based on whether or not you have that ailment on your person at the time of attacking. So be very careful of what you have on you. That's why I tried to mention that you need to make sure that your your ailments are covered and your bases are okay. We're going to lower her physical attack with Tiz while we heal up with Ring-a-Bell. It won't be a full heal because he's lacking his HP in White Wind, but it'll be a full heal for everyone else. And then Idia's going to go default. We're going to play this as safe and careful as possible. Eri's not going anywhere, neither are we. We have her right where we want her. Spike Guard, that's a familiar looking visual. Yes, it's very similar to Chalgmar, except you can actually hit her through this. Though I would suggest not, as she will counter you with a very powerful physical attack. Use this time to buff your BP and stats, because her attacks in this phase won't be all that powerful. So we're going to be utilizing this time to give us extra protect bonuses, and to build up BP as much as possible. We're going to White Wind here, and then Idia, we're going to have her default. We need to look for an avenue for Idia to attack. Eri has a lot of HP and a lot of physical attack power, though she won't be doing too much in this phase. We're going to go ahead and default with Agnes to get her BP raised higher. And then we're going to go ahead... Let's just go ahead and do that with everyone. Idia is not in a good spot to actually attack, so we'll re-up her Firaga. And move on from there. Tight Bind, there's our paralysis. Sorry, the stop. It hit Agnes and Tiz, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and reapply our Fairy's Ward to nullify as many status ailments as we can. And then Idia, we're going to go ahead and default once more. We haven't really found a good opportunity to utilize Idia, but trust me, we'll find it somewhere here. Tiz is free from the stop, so we're going to go ahead and... unfortunately, she's back to her regular status. We're just going to go ahead and free lunch, and hopefully we can do something next turn. Idia default. If I had one major rule for this fight, Play patient. Aery's not going anywhere, as I said. There's no time limit on this fight. Just be patient and take her down. We're going to lower her... Let's go ahead and lower her physical attack. No. Let's go ahead and lower her speed. And then we'll have Tiz utilize a special move, Moonshadow. And then we're going to have Ring-a-Bell go ahead and go on the offense and do Curse. Idia is going to also utilize her special move and give us Breaking Wave. And then we'll go on the offense next turn. Speed things up.
Accept your fate!
Accept your fate. That's exactly right, Tiz. She's not going anywhere. Again, Aery's main weakness is fire. If you also have Bug Slayer from Ranger, use that too, as she is from the Bug family. She is a fairy, after all. After this, we're going to go on the full offense. Watch out for those debuffs. There's Slaughter's heavy physical attack, but it doesn't hit that hard this time around. We're going to go ahead and haste ourselves up, I think? No. We're going to go ahead and increase our physical defense again with Protect. And then we're going to have Tiz go ahead and default for right now. We're going to have Ring-a-Bell top everyone up with White Wind. And we're going to have Idia go on the offense. She doesn't have Quick on, but that's okay. They'll still do a boatload of damage. There we go. There we go. 2 Muso no Kamis. You're not going anywhere. Extra damage. Alright, there we go. We're going to go ahead and re-raise is applied. Everything's applied. We're looking good, 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 good. Alright, so then we're going to default with it on yes. She doesn't need to do anything. Then we're going to free lunch with Tiz. We'll go ahead and Brave extra time. I'm feeling pretty confident here. Amp Strike, Amp Strike. And then default with Ring-a-Bell and attack one more time with Idia. There we go. Max damage. Slaughter. It's okay. It didn't do that much damage. We're all right. We're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna heal with. Actually, no. We're gonna increase our physical defense. No. We'll go ahead and just heal with Anyas to get our staff bonus up. And Ring-a-Bell will default so we can utilize our Fairy's Ward later down the road. And in Idia, we're gonna go ahead and continue to attack. As you can see, Aery is in the negative here, as if Slaughter requires a lot of extra BP, so we're free to attack her this turn without any recourse. There we go. Aery has a lot of HP. We gotta play this careful. We need to re-up our speed, so let's go ahead and do that. Haste. And then Tiz, we're going to actually have him provoke. Just in case Aery decides anything smart, it'll be directed towards Tiz and no one else in the party. Ring-a-Bell is going to reapply Fairy's Ward to make sure that poison cannot be applied to us without extra effort from Aery's part. That Fairy's Ward is so important here. There we go. There's the provoke. What's she gonna do, huh? Yep, attacking Tiz. That's exactly what I want. Counter.
No other warriors of light have pressed me so far. But how will you stand up to this? How many worlds has it been since last I took this form? Hundreds of thousands of years have passed without the need. It feels a bit foreign yet, but no matter. Now, you mightiest of all warriors of light, face the full extent of my power.
Our true battle is here against Aery. As you can see, she has reached her cocoon phase. The previous form was her larva phase, and now she is fully powered up in her cocoon. This is our final battle. Throw everything you've got at her. Now, Aery, in this form, is going to be primarily focusing on magic instead of physical attacks, so we need to be prepared for that. Magic is a bit of a blind spot with this team combination, but we're going to do our best now that we have Spirit Master on our hands. We're going to be lowering her magical attack with Skull Bash to start off, and we're going to heal up with White Wind. Aery has a very powerful tool on her hands this time around that we need to be very careful about. In terms of her status, she is still the same Aery as the previous phase, being weak to fire and is still part of the Bug family. So, be wary of that. Irritate. That will send a member of your team into the Berserk status, but that's okay. We're going to use Anyas to snap him out of it. We're just going to go ahead and cast Asuna in case something else goes horribly wrong, and we can spare the MP. Ring a Bell, we're going to have him actually default. We want Ring a Bell to have as much BP as possible. Ring a Bell is going to be utilizing his spiritualism as his main tool for this entire encounter, very rarely doing anything else. So we wanted him to have as much BP as possible. Firaga, Irritate. She's going for it again, but it missed Anyas because she's cool and level-headed nowadays. Alright, so with haste now applied and soon to fall off, we're going to go ahead and have Anyas apply. We'll go ahead and have her apply Re-Raise, as that's very important. It's an ultimate safety net with this encounter. We're going to have Tiz. We're going to have Tiz lower. Actually, no, we'll have Tiz default. We'll have her lower her magic attack next turn. Ring a Bell. Get more BP there, buddy. Idia default. Flare. This is a very powerful, unique fire attack move. Now, thankfully, it doesn't do that much damage right now. But trust me, it will later down the road. So, in case, just so we can prepare for it, let's go ahead and apply some Shell Magic. And then Tiz, we're going to go ahead and apply Free Lunches. We're going to go on the offense here in a second. And then Ring a Bell, we're gonna go ahead and have him top everyone off with White Wind. I believe so. Hang on, let me check what I gave her on. Yes, Shell. Alright, cool. Let's go to Idia, and let's go ahead and reapply Firaga, because I do not want her to lose this sword magic. There we go. Let's go. White Wind. Shell. Firaga. Free Lunch. Eroga. Alright, that's AoE wind magic. Again, Eri focuses more on magic this time around, so we need to be very careful of that. Let's go ahead and get our haste back up. And we're going to start going on the offense here fairly soon. Let's go ahead and have Anya's Brave once, haste, and then give us Quick. There we go. And then Tiz, we're going to have him Brave twice. We're going to have him go and lower her magical attack as much as possible. There we go. We'll do it once, and then we'll go ahead and do Amp Strike. No, we'll do Physical Defense down. I'm not going to have Ring a Bell do Curse as much this time around, so we're going to have Tiz provide the debuffs. Ring a Bell's going to default, and Idia is going to go on the offense here, going with the attacks. There's our haste. Quick. This will give us extra hit count. Go, Idia. Take her down.
My father and Master Kami Izumi warned us of you. Now, too late. I see the fool I've been.
Those who act by emotion are the easiest to master. I pity your father. To know him, only to be thwarted by his own daughter.
It's very vexing. Ares trying to taunt us. We can't let her get through to us. Skull Bash. Magic attack down.
I'll never forgive you for violating Anyas' trust!
Always the same. Always about Anyas. I hate that about you most of all. Quite tenacious, aren't we? But all your efforts shall be in vain.
Yes, at half HP, Eri will recover all of her health. But now we have a good idea of how much HP she has, and now she's using Exadia. This is what I've been preparing for. Exadia, no matter what nullifications you have, she will make you weak to every single element in the game, no matter what nullifications you had. So, we need to play very careful here. She will also remove every single buff you have. So, we need to be very cautious of what buffs we apply. I am going to apply Re-Raise in case things go horribly wrong here. Ring a Bell is going to utilize our Enigma, immunity to all elements to all targets for 4 turns. This will mitigate everything here. Alternatively, you can also utilize this spell from Anyas to remove it as well, which actually, you know what, upon thinking, let's go ahead and dispel our allies, and then we're going to follow that up with Enigma, so we have the immunity, so future damage won't be that crazy. And then we're going to have Idia go ahead and reapply Firaga. Enigma, okay, Ring a Bell's faster, that's not good. That's a waste of BP right there, unfortunately. But that still gets rid of her Exadia, which, if we hadn't gotten rid of that, that flare would have done unbelievable amounts of damage. There is nothing stopping her flare from that point onward. instant killing your party if you don't have them above like 5,000 to 6,000 HP. It massacres your team. You need to be very, very, very cautious of that attack. And unfortunately, now that we are reaching her second major phase in this fight, she's going to be utilizing Exadia quite often, which means we need to put this encounter behind us before she can start overwhelming us. We're going to Skull Bash her, so her magic attack is mitigated mostly, and Ringabel's going to go back into his defaulting stance. And we're going to have Idia reapply Firaga, because unfortunately I mistimed my spell. This will mitigate her magic attack, though. Dark! Please don't kill Idia. Okay, cool. It did not kill Idia. That's good. So we're going to have Agnes apply Re-Raise to our team. Tiz is going to go ahead and free lunch, and I'm going to prepare for a heavy attack. We're going to lower her physical defense. Ringabel, we're going to go ahead and actually have him White Wind. I want that full heal. And then Idia is going to do Moonshadow. White Wind, get our fully healed up. Re-Raise, just in case things go horribly wrong. Moonshadow. We're gonna go into the full offense here in just a moment. There's nothing you can do now, Aerie. We're gonna take you down. Free lunch. Be wary of Exadia. There's Dark. Okay, that's okay. Ringabel guards against it entirely, so there's not really much she can do there to beat him. Tiz has free lunch available, so we're just gonna throw it out in Amped Strike. And then Ringabel's going to default, and Idia's going to just lightly attack Aerie. We're going to play this very careful. I am so afraid to go into the negative in this encounter because it can very quickly turn on you. We're going to have Agnes go ahead and heal everyone up with Cura, and then apply... we'll go ahead and have her apply Shell to mitigate that damage as much as possible. We'll have Tiz default, Ringabel default, and Idia just do some chip damage.
You mortals shall know your place.
We first met on that precipice, overlooking the great chasm. You had come forth from the chasm's depths, but you had only just slain us. Our blood had yet to dry.
Indeed, you have served me well. Now, die a bitter death, knowing you served your enemy.
Unacceptable!
I don't know, Aerie, you seem to be on the back step here. Exadia, there it is. That removes all of our buffs, unfortunately. We're going to go ahead and play this very cautious. We're going to have Agnes default for this turn, and we're just going to go ahead and have Ringabel do cast Enigma. Everyone else default. Enigma. That nullifies everything.
I ought to have seen through you sooner. I knew of your evils. I ought to have...
You style yourself a hero, arrogant. You did nothing but stand in all my might.
Don't talk to Ringabel like that. There's Luxuria. That's her charm ability. It hits everyone, but thankfully we have guards and mists, which is perfectly fine with me. Let's go ahead and haste up. Aerie's been doing untold cruelty to us for thousands upon thousands of years. It's time for us to return the favor. We're going to free lunch. We're going to lower her physical defense. And then we're going to go ahead and utilize Moonshadow. Ringabel default and prepare for the next Exadia. And Idia, go ahead and apply Firaga. There we go. Haste Shell. We're back up to being healthy. Free lunch. Shell split. Take her down, Tiz. How much damage? 7,700. Alright, that's pretty good. Flare. It won't do anything to us. You think you've got us cornered, Aerie, huh? Alright. I'm feeling pretty confident here. I'm gonna brave twice with Agnes, re-raise, just in case things go wrong, and then quick twice. I'm feeling very confident. So, I am gonna go fully offensive. Amp Strike 4 times, and Idia's gonna go on the full offense. Let's finish this once and for all.
This isn't what happens. How are they different from the last? Warriors of light, mere mortals, pawns. You shall pay dearly for this defiance. so foreign, this feeling? Is this defeat? Am I to simply vanish now, after 1,100 million years and myriad worlds? What absurd creatures are the race of man? You have won nothing in my defeat. But the great warriors of light are blind even to that. The day will come when all boundaries shatter and his advent comes to pass. Know that I am but an emissary, a humble servant of his. Lord Ouroboros, I have failed the task you saw fit to give me, yet still, I pray that in some distant age hence, your malevolence will yet cross over from the beyond.
Is it truly over?
I believe so.
I never expected our journey to end like this.
I wonder if we succeeded in giving hope to anyone.
Of that I am certain. But it cost the lives of far more than we have heartened. It is still hard to fathom that the rite of awakening was an act of worldly destruction.
The crystals are still raging out of hand. If we don't restore them to their natural state... What now?
It's going to collapse!
That's our cue. Hurry, everyone, run!
Look! It's fading away! Lord DeRosso and the Sage? Here? Together? What's brought you here?
Agnes, Tiz, Edea, ring a bell? You have done well.
1,800 years have passed since the angel's revelation. And now at last this evil has been severed at its roots. I marvel at the power of youth. I doubt yours is a feat we could have managed.
Now, leave the rest to these two old men.
Indeed, for you have obligations elsewhere.
We do?
The Great Chasm links all the worlds through which you have journeyed.
Now that the Evil One is defeated, it will begin to close. You must each return to the worlds you wish, ere it shuts for good.
The worlds we wish?
This world is a mirror of the one you were born in. But only that. A reflection. You are free to remain nonetheless, or to return to the worlds whence you came.
The choice is yours, but it would seem there's little time to deliberate.
The chasm has begun to close sooner than I had anticipated.
Now, quickly, children. If you would return, make haste. There's no time. You've saved this world and those beyond. Return home with your heads held high.
Thank you for all you've done.
Sage, is that not quite enough?
Just a little longer. This is the last we'll meet.
She may not welcome such affection, and Tiz is staring daggers at you.
Bah, you people are no fun. Well, farewell to you, my angel.
May we meet again, though it may be a different me that greets you.
be forever grateful. Oh, the chasm is closing. Look, it stopped! They've secured us a road home. I sense the tremendous force of their magic at work.
Well, ring a bell? Let's go. Dats, Zats, and the proprietress are waiting.
All right, everyone. Hold on tight.
They've gone?
It would seem so. And with nary a look back.
It was a long battle.
Indeed it was. After 2,500 years, the battle is over at last.
And thus with that concludes our journey here in Bravely Default. This is a project and a game that I've wanted to cover for nearly a decade now. I have so much to say, and not a lot of time to say it, so I'll get a few notes out of the way. This game was something very special to me when I was young. It was one of the first major RPGs that I got to play by myself, and I got to anticipate it as it released. It was a special thing for me. And the combat system, the story, the music, the world, everything I fell in love with. And I am so glad I've been able to showcase my love and admiration for this game and its systems with as many people as I can. This is a passion project. I'm not gaining anything by making this series. I don't gain money from this. I don't have anything really to prove. I just wanted to share this. It is something I've wanted for a long time, and this game, despite its flaws, and there's so many, and trust me, I will talk about them a lot more if you watch the main playlist that will lead to the true ending. I have a lot of complaints with this game, but even still, it holds such an important piece in my heart. I hope that if this was your first time watching and experiencing this game, that I was able to share everything that I love about this with you, and that it, too, has become something special. And if you're returning and you're watching this, I hope that this was enough to let you reminisce about the good old times and some of the bad. I don't want to talk over this any longer. This song is beautiful, and this ending, despite it being considered the non-canon ending, is, in all ways, the ending I prefer. And I would like you all to watch this and experience it. And all I'm going to leave you with is, I want you, if you skipped to this ending because you were tired of the main story taking so long, I implore you to give it a second chance. It may not be great every time, but it has its moments. And what awaits you at the very end is something very, very special. And I hope you enjoy. So, with all of that said, I will see you soon.
It all must begin with me.
We've returned, Your Highness.
I hadn't dared to hope, but the Warrior of Light returns. A feast! A feast for our hero!
I'll see your ideals given form, Father. I swear.